Hey guys, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the online class. As you know that yesterday we have finished half of this chapter and today we'll finish whole chapter we'll finish, okay? But before starting, starting to the topic where we have resumed yesterday, let's see whatever the things we have seen yesterday. So I have given this exercise in your assignment. You have to complete it. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask to me. So whatever the things we have seen yesterday, we have seen what is verb. So verb is a word that shows action, an event or a state. Okay, these are the things we have seen yesterday. We have also seen kinds of verbs based on function, in which we have seen verbs were divided into two parts, that was main verbs and auxiliary verb. Okay, so what was main verb? Main verb, the verbs which can functions alone in a sentence. They don't need any kind of help from any of the verb. They act alone in a sentence and they also referred as a full verb. Okay, and what is this auxiliary verb? Auxiliary verb which is often used as a helping verb for the main verb. Auxiliary verb are the verbs which are used as a helping verb for the main verb. In which we have seen auxiliary verbs which is again divided into two subclasses, that was primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. I have given in your class that primary auxiliaries means they include three verbs that are be, have and do, and they have the functions too, right? And we have seen modal auxiliaries. Auxiliaries include can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should and must. These are the verbs modal auxiliaries include in it. Okay, we have seen this exercise also, right? And I have explained answers too, and I have given this in your assignment which you have to complete it. Okay, now see, we have seen about primary function of primary auxiliaries, means we are talking about be, have, do. Okay, we are talking about be, have and do, the functions of primary auxiliaries, how and when we are using this primary auxiliaries. We have seen we use primary auxiliaries to show the tense of the main verb, to show a habit of like or dislike, to build negative, interrogative or emphatic sentence, and to form a question tag. Okay, so these were the functions of primary auxiliaries we have seen yesterday, right? And now we'll continue. Now we'll see kinds of verbs based on structure. Earlier what we have seen, kinds of verbs based on function, and now we'll see kinds of verbs based on structure. Okay, the following are the verbs kinds that are based on structure. Earlier we have seen kinds of verb based on function, that was main verb and auxiliary verb, and here we will see a regular verb and irregular verb. Okay, we'll see regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, these are verbs whose simple past and past participles forms consistently have the same ending, d or ed. The majority of English verbs are regular. Means in regular verbs, the verbs which will have simple past and past participles, past participles, they end with same ending, they have the same ending, that is d or ed. And you know that majority of the English verbs, they are regular verbs, they almost means end with d or ed. Okay, now see, for example, clean, cleaned. Okay, they end with d or ed, they have the same ending. Cleaned, cleaned. Simple past, I am talking about simple past and past participle. We'll see forward what I am talking about. Irregular verbs, these are the verbs whose simple past and past participles forms cannot be predicted from their base form. For example, I could say go, went, gone, right? They are not predicted. They are not predicted. But from I'm talking about clean, cleaned, cleaned. We can predict the simple past or past participle form of the clean, but we cannot predict of go, do. Okay, we cannot predict about this verse be. Okay, so they are verbs whose simple past and past participles forms cannot be predicted. In most cases, the irregular verbs have different endings in their simple past and past participle. I told you they have the different ending in simple past also, and they have the different ending in past participles also. Let's see the table. What is given here? We'll see the table and we'll get clear. Okay. Given below is a list of irregular verbs and their forms. Extend the list by adding other irregular verbs. You can add some more irregular verbs in this. Okay. Regular verbs are the easiest one. You have seen many of the regular verbs. Clean, like carry. Okay, many are there. I'm just like getting out of my words, but forget about that. We are talking about irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are here. We'll see their base form and the simple past and the past participle. They are quite different from each other and they are unpredictable. We cannot predict it कि आगे आने वाला जो verb है वो क्या होगा. Okay. For example, see, arise. The simple past of arise is arose. Past participle arisen. They are different from each other. We cannot predict them. Bear, bore, born, cut, 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 buy, bought, bought. They are quite different from their base form and they are unpredictable. Become, became, become, cost, 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 right? So like this, you can add some more irregular verbs in this and you can study this. Now see kinds of verbs based on meaning. What we have seen earlier, we have seen kinds of verbs based on function, kinds of verbs based on function structure, and now we are seeing kinds of verbs based on meaning. And now we'll see kinds of verbs based on meaning. They are dynamic verbs and static verbs. What is that? Dynamic verbs and static verbs. These verbs describe an action performed by the subject. Okay, they are the verbs which means tell about the action which is performed by the subject. Like for example, he gave a very interesting lecture. Here, gave is describing about the action which was performed by he, okay. So a dynamic verbs they used to say means about an action which was performed by the subject. Now stative verbs, these verbs describe a state or condition which normally does not have a beginning and an end, unlike an action which begins at a time and ends at a time. Means जहाँ से शुरू होता है वहीं खत्म हो जाता है. Okay, so this kind of verbs is known as stative verbs and dynamic, which means it tells about the actions जो subject means like जो action performed किया जाता है subject से. Okay, so dynamic and stative both are clear. One describe about an action which is performed by the subject, and one it shows about the condition or state which start at a time and ends at the same time. Okay. For example, I know that you like pizza. I know that you like pizza. No, it is telling about the thing which started at the same time. We are talking about the that you like about pizza and we ended at the same time. So kinds of verbs based on meaning, dynamic and stative. Now we'll see tense and aspect. Tense and aspect. Now let's see it. The various verbs forms give us twofold information about the action performed by the subject. Okay, first one, the time of the action, and the second one, the state of the action. Yeah, when that happened or state, how means it is happening. Okay, means occurrence. The time of the action considered from the moment of speaking, means from the moment of speaking the action could be in the past, present or future. Okay, it tells about the time. Verbs forms give twofold information. First one is the time of the action. It could be past, it could be in past, it could be in present, it could be in future. And the state of the action could be complete at the moment of speaking, or it could be means it could still be going on. One tell about the time, and one tell about the statement. It is continuing, or it is completed, or it will get complete. Okay, so first tells about the time when things are going on, it is in past or in present or in future. And others tell about the action which is continuing or it got completed. Okay, now let's see. A combination of these three tenses and two aspects mentioned above give us the following commonly used 12 forms of the verb. You must know about this 12 forms of the verb: simple past, simple present, simple future. Okay, past continuous, past perfect continuous, present continuous, present perfect continuous, future perfect, future perfect continuous. You know about this, you know how to form this. If you have any kind of doubt regarding this tense forms, 12 forms, you can ask. Okay, study the table below and fill in the blank space with the sentences which shows the specified tenses and aspect correctly. Okay, if you know about this 12 form and their rules also, then you must, means you can fill this table. Okay, what you have to do, in the second column you have to fill about simple past. What is the formula of simple past? That is subject plus b2 plus object, right? So you have to complete this with the verb it is given, play, and you have to continue like this, and you have to complete this table. Okay, if you know about this 12 form of the verb, then surely you will be able to complete this table. Okay, so now let's see. Thus, while many verbs seem similar at first look, their usage show how different they are in meaning. Yeah, many of the verbs they sounds like means they clearly sound like same, but their uses are quite different from each other, right? We'll see. Certain verbs can be confusing as their meaning are different, though they have the same spelling and sound also. Here is one example. It is telling about beer and beer. Okay, we'll see. I will explain you. So one beer means carry and one beer means tolerate. Okay, एक का मतलब कैरी मीन्स ले जाना, उठाना. ओके, एंड वन बियर मीन्स टॉलरेट मीन्स बर्दाश्त करना, सहना. ओके, when beer means to carry, we write those, means when beer means carry, we use like this. For example, it is given: the winds bear rain clouds from the sea to the peninsula. Okay, that winds carry rain clouds means one beer means carry, then we are using beer in a sentence like this: the winds bear rain cloud from the sea to the peninsula. Okay, when we are using beer as a carry. They bore the heavy tables to the other room on their shoulders, means they carry the heavy tables to the other room on their shoulders. He has borne the responsibilities alone all his life, means dhona. One dhona, carry means dhona. He has carried the responsibilities alone all his life. Okay, you understood? One beer means carry then. And now the another beer, that means tolerate, means bardasht karna. I do not know how she can bear all that grumbling from her sister. मीन्स वो कैसे बर्दाश्त करती है grumbling from her sister. Okay, she bore a lot of insults before she retaliated sharply. Means how she bore a lot of insults, means one beer, means how she can tolerate that. She has borne a lot of hardship in his life and deserves every bit of happiness now. You know, when we are means when means both beer verb form will be beer, born and bore. Okay, their verb form will be like this only. Here it is given, you can see in the second, beer, bore, born. One, if it is, it depends in which sentence, what kind of sentence we are using. Okay, usage of beer, it depends on the sentence how we are using it. One beer means carry and one other beer means tolerate. Okay, so this is all about today's chapter. What are the whatever the topics we have seen today. We have seen tenses and means tenses and aspect. One tenses is means tenses and its aspect, how we use. Once we, when why we are using tense, it shows the time of the action, and other shows the state of the action. Okay, we have seen kinds of verb based on meaning, that was dynamic and stative. We have seen kinds of verbs based on structure, that was regular and irregular, and we have also seen kinds of verbs based on function, that was main verb and auxiliary verb. So these are the things we have seen, how these main verbs functions, how this auxiliary verb functions. There are two subclasses of auxiliary verbs. We have seen primary auxiliaries function. We have seen regular and irregular verbs, in which we have seen some of the tables, base form, simple past and past participles. You can add some more verb forms here. We have seen kinds of verbs based on meaning, like dynamic, which tells about the describe an action which is performed by subject. Okay, and stative, which tells about the action which starts at the same time and it ends at the same time. We have seen tense and aspect, how we use time of the action. We use tense means for showing the time of the action and for showing state of the action. Okay, so these are the things we have seen. Rest of the things you have to complete your book. You can if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask to me. As you know that we are going to means for a summer vacation holiday, right? So you can complete your books, notebook, whatever it is related to this books. Okay, you can complete your books, and whatever the things you can complete, you can study the definitions, the rules. Okay, and just in summer vacation you have to study, means you can go through the videos are available with you, and you can go through the assignments too. Okay, so have a nice day to all, and go through the video properly. Okay, if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask to me. Okay, so have a nice day to all.